Greetings and welcome to my channel. Theo is here. Today I'm gonna show you all what you need to know about Avalon. I separate hero review on chapters, so if anyone need to know something special and don't want to listen all review, just click on needed timecode in the description of the video below. Chapter 0 Preview. Avalon is Prince of Silverwing, honored knight that rides his horse on battlefield and chops enemies with his mighty sword in melee fight. His best friends is human archers, and his primary ability is arrow volley that can kill a whole squad or two of low HP units like archers or mages. Chapter 1 How to get Avalon. There are 3 options to do that. First one, Avalon is one of the 3 starting heroes that you choose to play, so you can simply choose him in the start of the game to be your very first hero. Second option, if you choose Rufio at the start of the game, then Avalon will join you as a second hero after 4 tutorial battles, so it's about 5 minutes after your game starts. Third option, if you choose Avril at the start of the game, then only way to have Avalon is buy him in the shop. Chapter 2 Avalon Statistics. Starting stats for Avalon is all by 1, except the common stat is 2. All heroes have primary stats that you need to increase in the first place, and secondary. For Avalon, primary stats are might and command, secondary is magic and stamina. Might for Avalon is first primary stat because of 2 reasons. First one, might gives you bonus to physical damage, and Avalon is melee physical damage dealer. Second one, Avalon's primary ability Arrow Volley is affected by might. Command is secondary primary stat because Avalon's ability Archer Mastery that gives bonus damage and maximum health to human archers is affected by command. Stamina is also good for Avalon because it reduces damage, but not so good as might stat. And magic stat is almost useless for Avalon, because Avalon don't use mana for his abilities. The only usefulness of magic for Avalon that it gives some point of magic defense. Chapter 3 Abilities. First ability is Arrow Volley. This is active ability and can be used only in battle. On first level it does 15 points of burning damage, and on max 7 level it does 258 points of burning damage. And remember, damage deal is affected by might stat, so if you increase Avalon's might, damage will be higher. Second ability, Capture Resources. This is passive ability, it opens on second hero level. What does it do? After every battle there is a chance that you will be granted additional resources reward. It could be primary rewards like gold, wood and elixir, and it could be also rare resources bonus such as blood diamond, mithril and crystals. Third ability, Natural Leader. This is also passive ability. It opens on third hero level. How it works? On first level it gives you bonus to deploy 1 additional troop in battle. So if all heroes can deploy only 2 squad troops, with first level of this ability Avalon can deploy 3 troop squads with him. Also this ability increases your brand supply cap, that gives you opportunity to have more troops obviously. Fourth skill is Archer Mastery. This is passive ability, it opens on 4th hero level. It increases bonus damage and maximum health of all human archers, such as archers, longbowmen, and featherbows. Bonus from this ability works only when Avalon and human archer troops are on the battlefield together. Also, this ability works only on your allied archers, so if you met archers in your enemy army, bonus from your Avalon archer mastery will not affect it on them. And bonus from this ability will increase if you increase command stat, because it is affected by command stat. Skill number 5 is Focus Fire. This is second Avalon's active ability and can be used only in battle. It opens when hero reaches level 5. I must warn you that this ability costs hero energy, so be careful not to waste all your energy while just using this ability in battle. What does it do? Avalon can mark any target on the battlefield, causing them to receive additional damage. And also after marking, all nearby units will move to this target and attack it. But remember that if some enemy troop is standing between your troop and target, then your troop will fire the nearest target, because they can't reach the marked one. Every level up of this ability gives you the opportunity to cast the skill +1 time, but if you use it first one on the target and before killing first target you use it on second target, the mark on first target will disappear. 6th and the last ability, call it Shared Ambition. This is active world skill ability. It opens when your hero reaches level 10. The most important thing is that this last ability costs 3 ability points to level up. World skill ability means that you can activate this ability anytime while you are in the world map, not in the battle. Reset time of this ability is 10 hours, and it costs 1 hero energy. What does it do? When you use it, in your army will appear a troop called peasants. This is non-battle units, and you can't take them with you in battle or set them on your world defense. The only use of them is that every peasant gives you an additional gold coin production. So if you need more gold, just use this ability every 10 hours, and in the end your gold production will be increased significantly. But remember, every peasant requires 5 bronze supply, and it's a lot. Chapter 4 Items. The best and obviously easiest choice is to have a Radiant Items set that you can find easily around map, just defeating the world bosses. Sword called Radiant Edge you can get by killing world boss called Tendris, the giant spider. Helm called Radiant Helm you can get by killing world boss called Oakheart, the giant treant. Goblet Rig called Radiant Chalice you can get by killing world boss called Lerneus, the giant Hydra. Armor called Radiant Breastplate you can get by killing world boss called Anubis. Ring called Radiant Gemstone you can get by killing world boss called Osiron, and Banner called Radiant Standard you can get by killing world boss called Argos, the mighty skeleton. 3 pieces of this Radiant set will give you +8 command stat, and 6 pieces of this Radiant set will give you +1 to your natural leader ability. But remember, if you have 0 level of natural leader ability, then bonus from this set will not work. So if you want that this full Radiant set gives you a bonus, you need to level up your natural leader ability at least at 1 level. Other sets for Avalon are not existed yet, but there are some items increasing Avalon's ability that I have found. This Nobleman's Ring that gives +1 to Shared Ambition ability, It's not quite useful, because you need to level up Shared Ambition skill in order to have bonus from this item. So after reaching your bronze cap, you obviously don't need this item and reset skill for something more useful. Then goes Imperial Banner, that gives +1 to Archer Master ability. This is quite useful ability if your primary race is human and you like to use archers in your troop formation. And the third item I have found is Golden Goblet. It gives +1 to Capture Resources ability. Can't say it's totally useless, because in late game this ability can make some profit for you, if you're lucky of course. All these 3 items you can find as reward in dungeon quests or randomly appeared in blacksmith on world map or buy it on shop. I do not consider other items for Avalon is best item setup that gives only bonus to hero statistics, because I haven't gathered so much golden items that gives high bonuses, so I can't be objective for now in this part. So if you have found or used something more useful for Avalon's item setup, just let me know in the comments below. Chapter 5 Tips and Tricks. Zero Gear Tip. Gather at least Radiant set and use it on Avalon. It cannot give you the best statistics, but you can gather this gear set fast and easy. First skill tip. Level up your natural ability at least at 1 level first. It will give you opportunity to have 3 troops in battle with Avalon. This is must have. Second skill tip. Upgrade your first ability Arrow Volley to max level as soon as possible, because in the PvE battles this ability is the most important thing, especially when you fight against dwarf sharpshooters. Third skill tip. Level up your Archer Mastery skill in second priority if you use human race archers, because this bonus is really helpful in any situation. Tip about Focus Fire skill. Max it, kill all world bosses with its help, then use hero ability reset button and forget about the skill, because in mass PvP battles it's mostly useless, and also it costs hero energy. Tip about Shared Ambition. Upgrade it on 1 level, use it every 10 hours, and when your bronze cap will be maxed, then reset your skills and forget about this skill. Repeat if needed more. Remember that you have free skill reset every 48 hours. Chapter 6 PvE Battles. And finally we have reached the most important part, how to use Avalon effective in battle, his weakness and advantages, battle formation and using of skills. We are gonna look on PvE battles for the start, because they can be controlled and you can always try battle again if something goes wrong. First of all, if you have strong house and can borrow from your teammates other races units, this is very good. Also, if you already can change your race, then you have bigger capabilities to conquer PvE dungeons solo with Avalon. PvE dungeon, call it Abandoned Temple. Best tactic formation. Right down corner, place 1 healer troop, the higher grade the better. Then place 2 melee units in front of healer. Avalon position is left near healer. After a battle starts, wait until at least 2 squads of leech mages come near, and hit them with arrow volley. And then, if your healers are gold, watch out for your melee units, so when they have low HP, use Saint's active mass heal ability. If all goes well, you will win without losing troops. Melee units in this tactic must be only large units, like horses, scorpions, orcs chieftain or dwarven mech-walker. Dwarven mech-walker is the best choice because they have force field that will reduce damage from leech mages. Second best tactic: change 1 or 2 melee units on each spider. Enemies will target little spiderlings and Avalon mostly. Heal them if you will need it. Using silver healers is also good for these tactics, but you probably will lose some melee units if they are low level. Moving next, PvE dungeon called Ruins of Mosin. You can use the same formation as in previous one, but here you need to use Avalon's arrow volley ability in the middle and in specific time, so it damages all 3 squads of Elven Ranger troops, because they are your main problem here. Also, if you are using horses, remember that horses rushing too fast, so it's better to put your troops on the right side, but more on front line, so that healers can heal horses before they die. Moving next, PvE dungeon called Ancient Dwarven Ruins. Those dungeons where sharpshooters is. Here it's better to use spiders and healers in the back line, and set Avalon in the front right corner, so units will focus him first. This particular dungeon you will retry a lot of time, because even with top units you will lose Avalon because of sharpshooter special skill with critical hit. So it's normal to retry this dungeon until you win without losing Avalon. As always, lure shooters to the right side, 2 or 3 squad troops, and then kill them with Avalon arrow volley ability. Totally the same tactic as previous one you can use with Dark Cavern's PvE dungeon. Moving next, PvE dungeon called Haunted Manor. Those dungeons where spiders is. Here you can have some real trouble or losses fighting solo with Avalon. The best tactic: set Avalon to front on right corner, then 1 spider back off him, 1 melee large units near spider, and healers in the back. Without gold healers in this fight you will lose much more. Moving next, PvE dungeon called Subterranean Maze. Easiest dungeon for Avalon. Just use his arrow volley ability on 2 Rocketeer troop squad, and try not to hit back outpost with it, so that full damage goes on enemy units. Moving next, PvE World Bosses. As I mentioned before, using Avalon's Focus Fire ability will make easier to kill any world boss. Just hit it in the right time when your units are near boss and can attack him. And don't use arrow volley on boss, it does very low damage. Better to use it on boss squads. As for the Avalon himself, he has one of the most highest HP amount of all heroes, so he is good tank for this deal and can easily hold down boss on himself. But remember that bosses will not focus Avalon first if there are some catapults, tanks or spiders on the battlefield. If you want to conquer world bosses solo with Avalon, then here's my super trick for you. For bosses fights all units are good, but the best mix is Golden Spider and Warden, these little fairy archers, both of them reducing attack speed of enemy after hitting, so look how it goes solo Avalon with no scratch. Chapter 7 PvP Battles. First of all, the formation. If you have other high def and HP heroes like Virion and Rufio, then place Avalon in mid or back lane. If not, then choose one side and place Avalon behind first line, so he will not be killed first and you will have time to use his arrow volley skill. Also remember that using not maxed arrow volley on heroes will waste this ability. The best target among heroes is Vega and Gazoo. If they are dead or you cannot reach them, then better use this ability on enemy mages or archers. In some cases, better even save this ability for using it on proper moment, like to destroy some units with morale boost, or defeat some large units with low HP, or to defend your archers. About the priority of use. If you have Gazoo or Vega in your party, then it better not to cast Arrow Volley firstly. And of course, don't use Arrow Volley on units when enemy casting Vega's Favor of the Sun God ability, because all your damage will be healed by it. And that's all you need to know about Avalon.